that you need to have a prayer life coupled with it. Prayer and work. And where does it go? I'm going to give you the scriptural quotes. It's right out of Scripture. Prayer coupled with fasting. Matthew 17:21, Mark 9:29. That the devil was not cast out. It needs to have prayer and fasting. You cannot expunge the adversary away from you just by fasting alone, if you're not praying with him. Acts 13:3, 14:23. Fasting is not an end in itself. So, when you hear someone castigating, here's the point, castigating somebody because they're not fasting, that person who's fasting, that fast is dead. Because I've been on the recipient of somebody saying to me, and what's the matter with you? 22-year-old kid, how some get weaned out, how do I know? If you are fasting and you are being weaned out by someone who says that they're fasting, they're devouring the soul of that person. And let's say you're fasting and you're praying. Watch your self-righteousness, because it's a kicker. It'll come in and come around on you faster than you can say anything. Because you'll start thinking like the Pharisee. I must have it made. I'm a little better than, look at my girlfriend, she's not doing it. And the finger pointing starts happening. Now, again, ascetic fasting. We do not have degrees of fasting, there is one Thessalonikosti, there's one 40-day of fasting. To sit there and say, well, this fasting is ascetic and belongs to the monks. Please, please, for the love of God, you can't sit there and call out and say this fasting belongs to the monks. We fast differently down here in the world. There's one fast. There's one mystia. To sit there and start culling it out like this, you're destroying the whole concept of what it means to fast. Now, almsgiving, compassion, and forgiveness. Everybody thinks of almsgiving as giving out the money. That's good too. But what about your compassion? What about your forgiveness? What about your caring? What about a smile? What about a warm greeting? Instead of the usual New York, hey, what's in your, hey, in your face. Up in your face. Where is the almsgiving? Where's the compassion? Isn't it kind of interesting that 8 days before the beginning of the Lenten fast, the gospel is about the parable of the sheep and goats. Kind of interesting as the prelude about judgment. just before Lent. That the criterion of the judgment doesn't rest solely with the strictness of our fasting, but the amount of the almsgiving and the caring and the help that goes with it. Remember the triad: prayer, the fasting, and the almsgiving. Beyond just the issuance of money, it's the giving of self with your compassion, your forgiveness, and your gentility in your Christianity. Again, out of the Triodion, that book is so loaded. I just wish it would get so completely translated into English. It would be a dream. Knowing the commandments of the Lord, let this be our way of life. Let us feed the hungry. Let us give the thirsty drink. Let us clothe the naked. Let us welcome strangers. Let us visit those in prison and the sick. Then the judge of all the earth will even say to us, "Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you." And it doesn't mean literally the jail. It means the person coming at you down the street. Now, the Sunday of Forgiveness, the Vespers. I'm going to ask you to write down this title. Look it up, and if you can find the booklet on it, go get it and read it. The Shepherd of Hermas. The Shepherd of Hermas insists that the money saved through fasting is to be given to the widow, the orphan, and the poor. In other words, the money that you save on your groceries because of your fasting should be put aside to be given to the widow, the orphan, and the poor. It shouldn't be going into your bank account for you to earn interest. We also heard those nice words from Yahya. God bless him. Kanakani psiko. You know what psiko is? To do a kind action for the benefit of your soul, not the other person's. We have lost that psiko. Collectively, as a group, we have lost that psiko. In Romans 14:3, St. Paul writes, "Let not him who abstains pass judgment on him who eats." That also includes in those who receive Holy Eucharist. Do not judge those who receive the Holy Eucharist. I've heard too many comments about people who receive frequently, and why is so-and-so receiving koinonia, Holy Communion? Let us not judge those who receive. And let us not judge those who do not fast. Again, out of the Triodion. Come, let us cleanse ourselves by almsgiving and acts of mercy to the poor,